I listen. I can feel it. I experience it. And I breathe it. This is music to me. And who am I? My name is Nina, and I'm a music lover. And I'm about to take you on a journey into one of the craziest industries in the world. This is Connected by Frequency. Hello, music lovers. Welcome to episode 19 of Connected by Frequency podcast. My name is Nina.
And my name is Filip.
And we are here today to mix some cool, fresh tunes that were released in April. As you got used to it, we made some personal picks and we hope you're gonna like it. So again, Filip will have full control over the mixing and I will try not to bother him too much. But besides playing those picked tracks, we will also talk about them. So for today, we will talk about Afro house, progressive house, indie dance, and dance electro-pop. I know Filip is thrilled about the last one. So, however, share your thoughts with us using social media and hashtag CBF show. If you're watching this podcast on YouTube, please click on the like button below this video. Click on the share button as well if you want it. Leave a comment if you have anything nice, bad, or good to say, of course. And don't forget to subscribe to Connected by Frequency YouTube channel because this is really important and we will for sure appreciate it. And thank you for that. So please fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the ride.
So, how are you today?
I am pretty tired, to be honest, because I was working today.
We're working. It's not working days in Serbia. So.
Well, if you're working in my company, then yeah.
Yeah, then yeah. Okay.
But I'm happy that we are here today, of course.
Sure, of course. So I prepared today some nice Afro house. Actually, I didn't bother them that much. I was a little bit shuffled. I need to be honest.
No.
But only because I was searching only the Afro house that I'm playing. I didn't want to bother myself, like not to bother, but not to be like too much in Afro. And I think that you show me that there is some new Afro genres, right? Sub-genre of the Afro that Beatport was selected, picked, or how to say, you know.
I don't think it's a part of Afro house. Actually, it's part of house, as far as I know.
Okay.
It's different kind of. It has some connection with Afro house for sure because it is African kind of music, but it's not Afro house. They decline it as house. You know,
house again.
Subgenre of house.
When I searched it and Googled it a little bit, you know what's gonna play over there. It's a little bit more for like mainstream Afro house, more like reggaeton, more like that kind of the. I don't know how to say, but. I'm glad that something that happened because what we talk about previous episodes, it's about that we needed to separate those little bit of real Afro house from a little bit of some other sub-genres of Afro house, and I'm really glad that happened over there finally, and I hope that the trend's gonna happen as well soon.
I'm
or
not
you're
sure
still
about
against
that.
it?
Well, I'm not against it, you know, but as I said, we are trying to make it special, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
So Filip was, I think, talking about Amapiano.
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 Yes.
Perfect name, actually.
It's actually a strange name for the genre, how to say, you know. You know, it's deep, organic, and this is Amapiano. I don't know, it's gonna be that much familiar to the people, you know. What do you play? You know, I'm a piano. So are you piano or me piano? Who is piano? Is piano the artist? Is piano what? You know, it's gonna be hard to explain that it's a genre of Afro house, how to say, you know. But over here, let's listen to a little bit of music. Over here we have Jamie and the track called Musoya, released on Mona Berry, a label from Germany. And Jamie is also from Germany, but she said she has some Nigerian roots. Yeah, and in her
Obviously.
yeah, and in her style you can feel a little bit of that African roots as well, with mixed with house and techno, and I really like it. The whole her page and SoundCloud and the Beatport, some quite nice tracks, quite nice music.
So you did your
working
job.
with a lot of others, like collaborating and stuff, and I really like it, So a little bit of her and go. Nice vibes, right? More like more dancing styles.
Yeah, it's not typical actually. If you
It's not
ask me.
typical.
Yeah.
Not typical. More synths, not that much in the groove, but still you can hear the groove, She also released on Watergate. Did you heard about
Yes, I
Watergate?
did. I did.
It's very famous label from the Germany. There is a club.
There's a club.
There's a club as well. Yeah, Nina, you're good informed. Good informed.
I know.
Harabe and Cacao Records. Don't know much about those two, but Watergate it's a pretty much like top. So this is about Jamie and the next track. So I'm doing the mixing a little bit. Sorry, guys.
All right. You're gonna be faster than I. Nice.
Yeah, it's still the song from previous,
I know.
Yeah.
This forms.
Nice vocals over here.
This time we decided to turn the tables a little bit, because last time I was talking about our house.
Yes.
So I'm curious to see the selection that Filip chose.
And Nina will do progressive house.
And that.
Let's see her choice later.
Ooh.
This is more Afro,
Yeah.
right? More in the groove.
Yeah, completely.
And those short plugs like. I like these tracks, because I can use it on so much different venues, You can do the warm-up track with this. You can do that like a few days ago I was doing in my bar, like I was playing 3 hours of this kind of music, And then you can go up and down, up and,
I
down.
missed that.
Huh?
And I missed that.
Yeah, you missed that, but it's okay. I forgive you. You were working,
Sorry,
so let's believe in that.
No, I was really working.
So it's really interesting music for me, and when I find tracks like this, I over download it. It's like, come to my case, be there. I mark it with 3 stars. So in my pen drive, if you mark it with the 3 stars or 4 or 5, then it's like depends of the time when I'm gonna play you that track, right? So if it's 3 stars, it's like beginning of the night, like day parties and stuff. So over here we have Anore and Reborn or Reborn. It's short. So Blueprint, released on Godeva. We know Godeva, right?
Godiva.
Again, still it's a more my style, and I really like it that Godeva is keep doing that. Like they find their imprint, what people can expect on their label, and they're bringing to the artist and to the listeners at the end the same music, but always a little bit of different, So Anora and Reborn, both guys are coming from Israel. Very interesting artist, because Reborn is a little bit coming from the psytrance, psychedelic house, how they pronounce, yeah, and probably they just a little bit put the quiet, not quiet, but calm their music. So regarding the Reborn, He have little releases on Beatport, but really good one. And
Because he switched to different style. Or,
probably.
Yeah.
Probably this name Reborn is the new project,
yeah.
right?
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I will just play a little bit of the this part. Yeah, really good. So he's released music on Kinetica Masabi. Yeah, and Anore. As again, he has interesting releases, but and he maybe 2 or 3 releases, so he's quite new, I think so. And one of the releases was with Ida Aziz. Yeah, the first song
Of
was the
course.
Ida Aziz, and I like it. Then I take that one as well.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, but
I mean,
you mentioned it either, right? So,
When you hear it, when you hear this vocal, you just cannot avoid
Yeah.
playing it.
yeah, because it's almost starting to be iconic, you know. And when you hear that voice, you can familiar with that song or something like that, you know. I really liked it. So, that's about them. So, the next one. Nina is telling me, bring the level up a little bit.
Turn up the volume a little bit. So I can feel the groove.
So over here we have one special artist that I think it's her career is in a blossom right now. It's like exploding little by little. She's not how to say that she's quite long on the scene, and before 2019 it was a duo. From 2019 she's working now as a solo project.
Right.
Maybe you heard it, Blondish. Blondish, yes.
Of course I did.
Of course.
Of course.
And over here with her we have Malone and Archila. Track called Voices Above. It's original mix released on Abracadabra. Abracadabra from New York. It's her label from Blondish. And what I want to say about Blondish, she's an activist. How to pronounce the environmental? Did I pronounce it good?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So she's doing a lot of shows, a lot of live streams and everything, and how to say, bringing the attention to the environment, to the planet, you know, and you know what I want to say?
Yeah, of course. She's just showing that we should take care.
And by her, by the
nature
live
and
streams and by
environment.
everything, she's like, oh my God, like helping you know, to get closer to the
spreading
people.
the words.
Of course, it's
regarding
activism. So I don't want to talk about her that much because I was surprised a little bit more about Malone and the Archila.
All right.
So Malone is Colombian. And Malone is Cuban and Archila is Colombian.
Right.
And both of them living in Miami, and their music is so awesome. It's kind of Afro deep tech house, you know. Malone is a little bit how to say, more like a tool room, right?
Okay.
More like a tool room, but still there is a lot of lot of Afro vibes in his music. So a little bit, just hear a little bit of this part.
Please.
Yeah, quite good, quite good. So regarding the Malone, he just opened 2021 his own label, Hurry Up Slowly.
Okay.
Hurry Up Slowly. Yes,
I'm
please.
gonna try.
And as I mentioned, Archila is born in Bogota, right now living in Miami. Working on a Space Miami, Treehouse, Do Not Sit on the Furniture. I know all those clubs and I know how hard it is to be the resident over there. So it's a quite accomplishment to be the resident. So that proves through the music. And he was supporting us, Marco Carola, Paco Osuna, more, as I say, more tech house DJs. But they're working a lot with Blondish on the Abracadabra label and on TV and platform regarding the activism and stuff, you know. So they're quite how to say synchronized. Yeah. Perfect. Let me go to the next one.
Feel free. I like the percussion moments over there.
Sorry, don't talk. So over here we have the King. The track is named The King. So over here, Ben A and Vedic, both DJ producers from Denver, US. And what I see in the couple of maybe a year or two, I see a lot of artists from America doing a little bit of more Afro now, more organic house, joining the All Day I Dream, Anjuna, Deep, you know. When you say America, I see only like hip hop, rap,
No.
you know, like I see more that scene, not that much in this manner.
Trust me, it's not like that.
Yeah, but to me, you know, when I hear, hey, I'm from America, oh, I don't get them connected with this kind of genres like Afro house, right? Or organic, or maybe trance. I don't know. Maybe trance more.
Yes, but Anjuna is also
Yeah.
crazy over there. No, seriously, they have like a huge fan base over there.
Yeah, of course. So Ben A and Vidic, I didn't find the much about them. The track called is The King. They're released on Safe Music Italy. As I mentioned, they're coming from Denver, US, releasing music on Tool Room and Saved. Again, it's more techie house labels. But in the music industry, Ben is more than 10 years, more than a decade. And on the other hand, we have Vedic, also from Denver. I didn't find too much about him, like no bio, maybe a few photos on the Instagram. yeah, and really good music on Beatport. So I think the music speaks to it, you know. But what I see is there is a little bit of touch of underground in this kind of Afro, you know. Let me hear it. You see a little bit of boom, boom. These synths behind it. I really like it.
This is definitely not typical for Afro house. This synth behind it you mentioned.
Well, it's what I found when I was listening. Nothing is typical in Afro house.
No.
Like you can find too much stuff, in Afro house that you cannot say Afro house is. Oh, this is typical Afro house. Maybe you can, of course. Maybe there is more drums, more percussions, and more vocals.
Yeah.
But what I will just loop at this a little bit. What I found it on the right now in the Afro house is that a lot of DJs are just put the vocals, some kind, and some kind of Afro vocals, and put some percussions, random percussions, and they say, "Oh, it's Afro house," right? Like for me, Afro house is more like spiritual stuff. Not that much. Maybe I can say it's in trance. It's more emotional. Not that in spiritual stuff. Right, but
It depends.
it depends.
If you watch the shows, you will see people like
In spiritual.
in like ecstasy,
No, but you know what I get. You get me, like I find it that it's like they put some tech house beats and some and they say it's Afro house. No,
that's true.
for me it's
That's
not
true.
Afro house. You need a little bit of that spiritual stuff, that emotional stuff to put that in. Like we were talking in the previous a little bit of piano, a little bit of some organic sounds, instruments to put it for me to be the correct Afro house genre. I don't know. But again, maybe I'm wrong.
But did you find most of those tracks sound like that?
On this beatport, top 100 April, yeah. Unfortunately,
Really?
I was thinking about you. It's like, and you were telling like that was hard for me to, like this is easy because I find that a lot of tracks that I really not even like it. It's like
Maybe when I was doing it, like in February.
February, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe February was better.
Yeah, maybe summer over there. But again, like
Well, okay, it's my taste and it's your
yes,
taste, so.
definitely. I found a lot of tracks, and I think I found like 10 of them. Maybe what would like to play. Then I cut it to the 5 because I will keep it my style of Afro house, only because of the podcast and stuff. But there is a lot of good tracks that maybe I cannot play. Maybe that are interesting and stuff, but still maybe it's just not in my style,
Okay, understandable.
So let's go to the last one. Easily. I like this harp. It's just coming and going back.
It's like embracing you.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of grooves, a lot of percussive stuff, and it's not easy to find the right matching instruments or samples or loops, for progressive. There is a lot of random stuff. So in that kind of manner, I, as a producer, I can recognize if somebody puts some loops in the groove. You know what I want to say. It's like you can hear that something is not originally there. It's just put it right
On purpose.
Yeah. But still, if you know how to mix good, not mix not in production, then you can easily hide that loops, maybe crop it, stop it, and make a track. So over here,
Nice vocal. Opa. Ooh.
yeah, really nice, good. So over here we have Christos Forkis, or sorry if I didn't pronounce good. The track called African Dust, and as the title said, it's Afro-progressive mix. It's not original or something, it's Afro-progressive mix, and I like it how somehow he in the mix said like it's extended, it's radio, it's progressive, it's club mix. I really like this, like, hey, it's Afro-progressive, and it is,
Oh, I can definitely hear that.
Yeah. So regarding the Christos, of course, coming from the Greece, this track is released on Doumasi Records. This is the first track of that record label, and I think I didn't find, but with my intuition, I can say that I think this is the label from the Christos, and he just started with the label, and this is the first release on that label. So regarding the Christos, he started like 1997, something like that, and start producing 1998, so it's what, 22 years, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So he's a really long career over there, and sorry. A little bit of the break. He's releasing music on Retro Lounge, Night Grooves, etc. Performing worldwide. Quite nice followers on Instagram as well. And it's just good music. I love it. Let's listen.
So oriental.
I can say that. I really like it.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So this is my top 5.
But let me ask you, when you were choosing those tracks, for example, generally when you're listening to the music, what makes you like some track?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Because I'm pretty long in music, almost 15 years now, and I was listening too much music, of course, as in my previous in the career, So immediately when I hear some first beats, I can recognize if I'm interested to that track to spend more than a minute on that track. Of course, I'm not right every time, but with experience, you can say like, oh, skip it, and those first beats are really, really important. And sometimes, of course, because of the Beatport didn't let you to listen from the beginning to the end, Beatport sometimes start with, I don't know, on the break and something, then you need to skip it a little bit.
And sometimes it cuts the break.
Yeah, and it cuts the break. That's their major, like, oh, let's cut it over here if we can, so people cannot hear what's the drop. They need to buy it. It's like a teaser movie. So, guys, we are buying music all the time, so please,
Exactly.
just give us a listen. While you are trying to, I will go to YouTube and see the drop.
Exactly.
Give me the whole track while I'm there, but I need to open new tab on YouTube and stuff. And
I mean, if you want to sell it, give me the whole track, to hear it.
Exactly. Like, why I need to bother myself on SoundCloud to find the whole track? It's like just opening one new tab and losing 1, 2, or 3 minutes.
Right.
Maybe if you give me the whole track, it's only gonna be in my bin in my cart actually. So when I hear the music, I immediately know if I'm gonna play that track or no. That's the first thing. So if I heard it, I know immediately. The second important thing is when I'm gonna play that track. So if I hear this kind of the track, so I say, okay, I'm imagining sunset, I can play that in my bar, in barbecue stuff, or I don't know, opening some set, matinee or something like that. in this particular track. But when I'm searching through the genres like progressive and melodic trance and Afro and organic and deep, I can imagine where I'm gonna play that. Sometimes I can imagine in which hour I can play that track, or with what track I can play that. That's I think the fifth. Sometimes, of course, it's very hard. Like, I'm gonna play this track with that track. No, you know, you cannot know immediately. But after you play once or 3 times, then you can hear. This track maybe goes better with that track than this one. You know, that's when I'm preparing the mix. I'm trying at home, you know, to mix those tracks just to see. Is it mixable to be in the nice matter, you know, nice transition and stuff. So back to the story. It's only I'm leaning on my experience. That's it. So sometimes the track I didn't like it maybe in the beginning, but when I play it, I like the reaction from the club. I like the reaction from the crowd. Then I said, 4 stars. Maybe it was a 3-star, but now it's a 4-star. So you can never know, especially if you're listening music at home. It's totally different vibe when you come to the club, and for that you need the experience. You know, I hear a lot of DJs in my school as well, and they come with some tracks that maybe are too fast or too slow, or the public is not interested for that track, you know. Maybe as they are expecting the crowd to be, you know. You get me, you know. But everything comes with experience. When you on the big festival, and you cannot forget that vibe from the sub bass, from monitoring, from the, you know. And when you are after that, then you can say, this track is good for that or not good for that, you know. Maybe I can imagine listening only in the car.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it on my USB, but it's only for the car, you know. I like this track. So, that's my top 5 of Afro House.
All right.
I hope you like it. And now, we are switching to the
Progressive.
Nina progressive style.
My progressive, yeah.
But when I was listening, I need to taste. I need to say that
Tell me.
she get the progressive house. That's a little bit influenced by by the father of the progressive.
You think so? Nah, it comes naturally.
I like it how you have the little bit more aggressive progressive, a little bit chiller progressive.
Actually, I like more aggressive, to be honest.
Of course,
as you know.
It's you.
Yeah. But this first track, I know you will love it. And this is why you put it in first place, because it's a perfect transition from Afro House.
You're already starting to mixing, you know.
Well, I guess I understand it pretty well. So yeah, I love this track. It's really slow, but it's so dreamy.
Exactly. Like putting you in the emotion of the just close your eyes and that's it.
And fly. Okay, so this track has the name Cheyenne, if I'm not mistaken. Trilucid is the artist, the producer. Progressive House one. Actually, it is Progressive House Act. Trilucid was formed because it's duo. Was formed in 2009 by friends Andy and Hilton. Both are deeply immersed in the music industry, with Hilton as a DJ, producer and promoter of some of the best underground events in London, and Andy as producer and mastering engineer for some of the biggest artists and labels in the world.
Seriously? Nice.
Yep. Great combination, right?
So they're both from
London.
England?
Yeah, from England. Maybe. I'm not sure about London, but from England for sure.
From England.
Yeah. As a duo, their sound has diverse influences, including techno, house, progressive, and just about everything they've loved through their years of making music, putting on and playing at events, and raving their socks off. This is how they explain this. Over the last decade, they've held a 5-year residency for gallery at the legendary Ministry of Sound in London, and released records on Danjuna, Glasgow Underground, Colorize 03, Afterglow, Perspective Digital, Perfecto Records, Proton, and more. They have toured extensively both in the UK and overseas, including sets at Ministry of Sound, SW4 and Egg in London, and Space, Amnesia, Pasha, and Cafe Del Mar in Ibiza. And while building a dedicated fan base and gaining support from a huge array of DJs, they've been remixed by Paul Oakenfold, Martin Roth, Marsh, and many more.
Oh, Marsh, nice.
Yeah. I mean,
Marsh from Anjuna, yeah.
Different artists over there, different genres.
Yeah, probably they had a long career.
Yep.
From 2009, right?
Yeah, from 2009
Yeah, so
they joined, but they were in the industry a lot
it's
before.
a long way, you know. You can meet everyone, you know, especially when you're doing really good music like this.
Yeah.
But it's a great combine, you know. One is a DJ, if I understand, and another one is more as a music engineer. You know? Yeah. So that's really good combination. That's I'm missing.
It cannot.
Sometimes, yeah, because I'm honest with that, and everybody knows who knows me. I'm saying about that is I'm not that good as a producer, you know, and I'm more a DJ. So I'm always looking for some kind of second part of the ears from somebody who is more in the creation, or how to say, like more music engineer, to tell me, oh, this is wrong, this is good, because I'm not sending those music to the other DJs before they are approved or mix and mastering done. You know, like I need them, you know, because as a DJ, and if you send to another DJ and he'll all good, oh, super, bro. Those are feedbacks from other DJs, like, oh, amazing track, bro. But when you send it to the mixing and mastering and to the sound engineer, you know, he will tell you, oh, this snare is bad. DJ will not tell you that.
Nah, this part is something you need to fix.
It's a great combination when you have somebody around you.
Definitely. And speaking about the label, I mentioned, if you remember it in the last episode, I mentioned Future Sound of Egypt as the best ranked trance label in Beatport. This is actually a sub-label, UV, Ultraviolet. It's the record label. I'm sure that you've found so many times this label beside the artist name, and you said it the last time you did. So Ultraviolet record label is founded by Paul Thomas. I mean, it's pioneered by Paul Thomas, and in the past 4 years has grown into one of the most successful progressive and melodic house brands in the world. And when I entered the Beatport this time, of course, most of the labels I saw over there was actually UV Ultraviolet. So it is a really respected label as far as I see. And it's not strange I picked this track over there because it has this pure sound, which I like.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like it. The vocals, the nice track.
It sounds so simple, but it's actually a complex track.
Can I switch it?
Yep, of course.
We are going to a little bit faster. Nina style.
Actually, we're going to the wormhole because that's the name of the track.
This is more style as well.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna like it.
Of course.
That pick. So this track is by Ein Musik.
Oh, such amazing artist. Such an amazing artist.
Completely agree with you. So his name is actually Samuel Kinderman. He's considered to be one of the most acclaimed representatives of melodic house and techno. With a musical cosmos that straddles some of the world's most esteemed imprints such as Stillward Talent, Dynamic, Katermuke, if I pronounce it well,
yes.
Swara, and Bedrock, among others. By 2004, Kinderman had mastered his core aesthetic as a producer and subsequently entered the German dance chart with his single Jittery Heritage, if I'm not mistaken again. Contributing further to the progression of the genre, Kinderman launched Ein Musica Records recordings in 2008, a label where sounds come together, where artists meet, and where the music he likes is getting a place for reaching the electronic scene.
You remember the circle?
Of course I do.
Yeah, him and
Yes.
Johann Salbach.
Yes, he was playing beside Johann Salbach.
In Norway, somewhere in Norway.
Ooh, I'm not sure about
On the
place.
mountain and on the big rock in the middle of the nowhere.
Exactly. And definitely this is...
It's a live
this
set.
is-
It was a kind of live set. Yes.
Yeah, he was performing in a lot of places, but I think this was like the highlights of his career, definitely.
But
I mean,
everyone
Circle.
who end up at Circle, so it's kind of not a highlight, but definitely one step.
Well, I think he also describes this as a highlight because, I mean, he was performing at Coachella, for example, Ekelon Sandbox Festival in Cairo.
This is some kind of different type of the venue.
Exactly.
It's just like a festival with I don't know how many people over there. It's more personal.
Yes, it's experience.
Definitely.
Yeah.
When you connect your music with the location, and then when you watch your video after, and because when you are there, probably it's not the same when you looking at all
And
those
it is
drones
all
and
live recorded as well.
Definitely, yeah.
So, okay, speaking of the label, what I wanted to say.
Stop.
Okay.
It's a nice melody.
Yeah, perfect. So, Ein Musica, or however is the way to pronounce it, is not only a platform, it is a playground for new hand-picked production talents from all over the world. It sounds good when the night is falling over the club, and it feels good when Samuel takes new sounds with him.
Yeah, I know Ein Musica, and it's a pretty much respected label in the melodic techno progressive as well. All those artists are quite important. I think the Salbach made his own label, Radicon. Yeah. And it's hard to get to those labels, you know. I think you need some special
Flavor.
special flavor,
in
you
your
know,
production,
just to be listened by them, you know, and finally your track to be accepted for that kind of big label. I love it. I hope so. Maybe I will sometimes in the near future release some music over there. Radicon is really good now as well.
Keep dreaming. Because dreams come true. Ein Music is that kind of artist that really wants to help young artists, you know.
Yeah, I'm not young anymore, that's why.
He's also a mentor to the young people in this industry and teaching them.
Yeah, what else to do, you know? In some kind of, that's, I hope, or I want to end up with my career in that matter, you know? Having a record label, having a DJ school, that's it, you know? Like, nobody wants to DJing, you know, like, when it's 50 years old or something like maybe a few times in a month or in a year, you know, but not to be a full-time DJ when you're 50, you know. But some DJ school, that's awesome, you know.
But exactly, I mean, that's the point, to transfer your experience to the young generations.
Definitely.
Whatever you're doing, not only this.
And in all those years of the careers, you learn a lot, so that's really important, to be simple to give your experience to another, It's a great feeling. I switch to the
you
next
switch,
one.
I know,
Okay?
I hear. Again, a little bit aggressive.
Mudra.
Yeah,
Mudra on Serbian means smart or something.
clever girl.
Clever. Yeah, clever.
But it's a girl.
Okay.
Mudra.
I was thinking like mudra track, like not mudra person.
All right.
But yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
You get
that's
it.
the name. That's the name of the track.
Again,
Mudra.
Serbian stuff.
Nah, it's not a Serbian word. I'm gonna explain why it's not a Serbian.
Okay. Sorry.
And the artists are Talimus and Teklix. Talimus is actually Anatoly Musaev, music producer with Azerbaijan roots.
Okay.
Following his own taste in modern electronic music, he produces progressive house, deep house, melodic techno, and house tracks. Experiments with different sounds, which you can hear over here, a blend of deep atmospheric textures, dance bass, non-standard synth progressions, and rhythmic groove sets.
Definitely.
Filling with some oriental motifs, make this artist's music distinctive and recognizable. And this is, again, why I like this track.
Yes.
It is...
Over here I can see a lot of influence by Technics. Definitely. In this track, regarding to the groove. But regarding to the melody, I can feel Talimus.
Talimus.
Yeah. I know both of them.
Talimus, yeah.
Yep.
Anatoly Musaev, yeah. Speaking of Talimus, he was supported by Stan Kolev, Matan Kaspi, Cosmic Gate, Anna Lee, Gareth Emery.
Cosmic Gate.
Yeah, Gareth Emery, Fornaev, Tempo Giusto, Deep Rock, Tatum, Solid Stone. And it's funny, I see a lot of trans names over here.
Yes.
And his releases were also supported by those names, of course, and Jody Visternov as well.
Nice melodies.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned Technics, of course. Hypnotic atmospheres, exotic melodies,
Definitely.
and energetic grooves infused with ethno and tribal elements.
Definitely, yeah.
And this track has it all.
He's very unique style, actually. When you hear the track on YouTube or somewhere in the set, you can recognize definitely. I mean, like, bam, it's him.
But it has this dark synth.
Yeah, definitely.
in it.
Yeah. But that groove, I can recognize anywhere in the club or in the YouTube, in the sets and everywhere. So it's quite a recognizable artist.
And this is what I like about this track. It's actually like it's taking you on a journey, mysterious journey.
That's progressive.
Well, yeah, but not every track sounds like
Of
this.
course,
but
of
it's mystical, you know.
Yeah.
The feeling. So with multiple chart-topping releases from renowned record labels such as Auto Limits, PHW, and Droid 9, he gained attention from listeners around the world in a very short time. And speaking of the label, Siona Records.
Oh yes.
Do you know this record?
Of course.
Label. So this label is actually founded by Miss Monique in 2019. It was founded initially to usher young Ukrainian sound producers into the world of progressive house and quickly evolved to support and collaborate with talented musicians from all around the world. Over the first year of its existence, multiple label tracks made it to the top 20 progressive house on Beatport, while the most successful release ended up in the top 3 selling in this genre according to BeatStats.
Yes.
Oftentimes, tracks published by the label are supported by top artists from across the globe, such as Nora En Pure, Elton Klein, Gioldi and Isia, Township Rebellion, Tubenberger, Mia Mendy. How do you check?
In a really short time, Siona really put her, how to say, the label, her or her label, her?
Her label?
No, not Miss Monique. No, the label put itself in a quite great position, you know. Of course, because of the owner of the label, Miss Monique. She was doing the podcast. She was doing the monthly streaming and stuff. She's coming from Kiev, Ukraine. You mentioned that, and quite how to say, a lot of people are following her, you know, and quite organic crowd is over there around her and around the label. So she get her popularity, let's say, on YouTube podcast, on really amazing locations.
Yeah, playing live sets. Yeah.
Of course, the music is the first thing, but I really like it. I really like how she managed to, in 3 years now, put the label and her in the top. Yeah. I need to say it. She played 2 of my tracks. Yeah, Mirrors and Dreamless. Yeah, in one podcast. Yeah, in September last year. Yeah, last year.
That's good.
Yeah, and I hope they are safe over there now in Ukraine and everything. So I hope that this war will
end soon.
Like
and, tomorrow.
Then we can come back to the music. You know.
Yep. And enjoy
definitely. Can we go to the next one?
Yes, please. Another Siona Records track. When I was choosing tracks, I was not really looking into labels over there or the artist. I never do that. I just listen to the music and pick by my personal taste.
I love it. It's a quality music.
Yeah, it is. And I have to say it was really, really, really hard to choose only 5. Really. I think I spent like 2 days choosing. So the track name is Forever, as you can hear in the singing part. Andrew Boy is the producer. Andrew Boy, at the age of 17, he played in the best clubs in his country. And a few years later, he played with names like Eran Cataneo, Satoshi Tomile, Dave Salmon, Julian Jewel, Anthony Papa, etc. Over the past 20 years, he has won numerous national DJ competitions, such as the Pepsi's Star Maker, where he has triumphed over nearly 3,000 contestants. He placed second at the DMC World DJ Championship Gala of Hungary, which is the world's most prestigious DJ competition. Every year since 2010, he's among the best ones in the Valentine's Music Award Top DJ Hungary. And in 2015, he was chosen as the top underground DJ. Andrew soon realized the possibilities in music writing. In 2005, even his first author's album was nominated for the most prestigious music award, the Hungarian Grammy Award, which he managed to receive 6 years later for his third author's album. He also makes music under several pseudonyms and has appeared with such well-known publishing companies in recent years such as Toolroom, Yoshitoshi, 1605.
So he's from Hungary?
Hungary, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
He has a lot of experience as far as I
Did you search it? What's the other names? What's the other person?
No, I didn't find. I don't have time to do everything.
I know, that's why I ask.
But since he's really pretty long in industry, I guess he has a lot.
Vocals?
No.
Nothing. Nothing.
No, nothing.
Yeah, sometimes they just don't put it. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Maybe it's some kind of sample or loop.
Yeah.
Or maybe they are the singers. I don't know.
Could be.
Maybe it's Andrew Boy featuring Andrew Boy. I don't know. Magic Girl.
It's a girl. And a girl, yeah. His sister, like.
It's his boy, like a child.
Child.
Andrew Boy.
Because it sounds like a child's voice.
So it's released on Siona as well?
Yep.
Now you can feel the taste of the Siona, you know, and the quality of...
Yeah. Switch to the next, of course. We're gonna mention the artist who also did a remix of this track, and it was also released in April. But I couldn't choose both. But I like them both. This is the thing. So we were in the wormhole, now we're going into the future.
What? Sorry.
It's the name of the track, The Future. So we were in the wormhole, now we're going into the future.
Oh.
So, as I said, The Future is the name of the track, and The Quake is a duo. Two very promising young producers, the Israeli Ashraf Netanel and the Diogo Andrade of Brazil, are known as DJ Automac. Since its first instant connection in September 2010 and the decision to take it to another level, these two did not stop surprising us all the time. Bringing your vision to different music in a unique and fascinating project with supporting from big names around the world, including Armin van Buuren and Paul van Dyk. They also did remixes for Andrea Bertolini, Alicia Kynes, and one of the big asterisks, among others. Therefore, these talented young people are currently launching their new way with the upcoming releases on major record labels such as Stereo 7, Iboga, Unreleased Digital, Echoes, and Baroque Records. This is pretty weird. I mean, I see over there Psytrance names, and I see Psytrance labels, but actually it's not released under for Psytrance label. It's released under sub-label of Psytrance, which is progressive house.
I will tell you now everything about it.
Please.
I hear my secrets.
Cannot wait to hear it.
You are in the future. So, Quake is my really good friend.
What?
Yes. It's really good. We are on WhatsApp like every day. And he's one of the guys that I'm sending my music to him on WhatsApp, and he's sending me music back, his music as well.
Okay.
So I think I heard this music like 3 months ago. I didn't want to tell you on the phone. But Quake is, he's coming from the Psytrance. And he has a quite good reputation in Israel, in Tel Aviv, as a producer of. And when he come to the melodic techno, I'd say, like you can feel that if some artists come from another genre, you can feel that something that he learned in that genre and bring to this new genre that he's working. Or those are kicks, or those are arrangements, or the synths or something, you know. But you can feel that something is different. That when you see that, artist who has like maybe 500 Instagram followers, when I try to reach him, you know, and he was like, oh yeah, but I'm doing music 10 years already. You know, this is just my new project. So he started alone, and the guy Diego, I think he.
Diogo.
Huh?
Diogo,
yeah. Sorry, Diogo. Just a little bit here. So he joined him maybe next year. Sorry. He joined him maybe next year or this year, I don't know. So one guy is from Brazil, right? One guy is from Israel. It's very hard to work, but probably somehow they find it how to manage that.
I guess they started being friends while he was Psytrance, because Psytrance is really popular in Brazil.
Yeah. The parallel universo, right?
Parallel universo.
Yeah, there is a lot of Psytrance festivals and stuff. So, Quake is really good. Not Quake. The duo is really good and really doing amazing music and amazing events over there. He played with Koyeus as well, from Serbia in Israel, and
nice.
I just want to say hello to Quake.
Hi from me as well.
And I hope that we will bring him soon here. But
Why not? I definitely like this style.
So
and this is what you mentioned.
This is a good promotion, actually. You know, like,
Perfect one for sure.
to say a little bit regarding them. You know, I know that in melodic techno, okay, this track is in progressive, but they are releasing mostly in melodic techno. There is a lot of mid-range artists that produce well, they play music well, but people in Serbia are very hard to and open-minded to some new artists.
Completely.
And I want to say that this kind of podcast informations are quite good for me as well, and for some other people over there, because we are trying to play some not familiar artists, and I really like that. And thank you, Nina, for that.
You're welcome.
But there is a lot of artists that it's very hard to manage, you know, to start doing international gigs. It's like I said, it's a skip, and then boom. You know, maybe one hit wonder can put you in the big agency, the booking agencies, or good management, or one label can change your life. But I don't know how we can change that people start searching and requesting new artists, not to us, but to those who is organizing the big events, right? So I heard a lot about complaining, like, oh, every year is the same artist. On Exit Festival is, oh, it's Solomon fifth time again, you know, like Nina Kravitz and something, you know. But at the end, when you tell somebody to some new artist, and when I start to searching and getting some information regarding that artist, hey, do you know this artist? Do you know this artist? Do you know this? Like, no. So what do you listen? You listen only Solomon, you listen only Hot Scenes, you listen only few artists. So you're calling yourself as a experienced clubber or something, but at the end you know only 20 artists, you know. And how I can, there is a lot of people following me on Instagram and I following them. So when I go to the one particular artist that I want to bring to Serbia, I see that maybe one artist is, maybe one mutual friend is actually following that artist as well. So I think I don't know how to change that, you know.
It's really hard because you know how I see it, and this is the biggest problem over here. Everything comes about the profit.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're playing safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they are bringing the names that they're gonna definitely, you know, buy tickets.
I know that's the difference, because one good artist cannot like mid-range maybe can gather 300 people, you know. And I know that he's not a ticket seller, or he's not something that people, when you put it on the flyer, say, oh, I know him. But again, why you don't come? Why don't you meet him? I'm even struggling with 300 people. You know, if I put the name on the label flyer, I see the reaction of people. Some guy is coming too. You know,
how I see it, maybe it would be better if they come as a support DJs, for example. Those
then it's again it's expensive.
At big festivals,
there is so many locals DJs over here that can do the support, right?
That's true.
So then you putting local DJs in the drawer.
Yeah, that's not
right. If you put one big name and a second international name and the second one after, so what the local DJs are doing? Because if I'm a warm-up DJ, I cannot go to another country do the warm-up. That warm-up will do the local guy.
Yeah. That's
right.
True. That's
so I'm trying to say that I would like to change a little bit in the when you put some new name, I want the people reaction. Oh, finally, good name. I want to go. It doesn't matter. Go to the Instagram, go to the SoundCloud, see if you like it, and put some feedbacks on that if you like it or you don't like it. How we can change something if I'm not getting the feedbacks back? You know, the only feedback I get is, oh, nobody showed. And I know it's not because of the guy's music. No, and I know it's not regarding the promotion on Instagram or flyers or something. You know, you can put stuff on the radio, but nobody listens to the radio, so you can only post on Instagram.
That's true.
But I want some feedbacks from the people. It says, oh, this is good DJ, or this is not good DJ. People are a little bit like asking a DJ from a price range from 4,000 euros and to pay a €5 ticket. Right, so
it doesn't go
how many people I need to get that headliner? Where are the locals? Because the locals are very important. If I give to the local 300 euros, he can do a lot with that money in 1 month in Serbia, right? And if you want to make it a little bit stronger scene as a local scene. Why we are not paying the locals, right? So you put 10,000 euros or 20,000 euros to bring the headliner, and when it comes to the payment of the local, it's like, sorry.
Wait a little bit. Yeah.
Got to drive taxi.
Yeah. And it's literally like that. I mean, mostly.
But I want to say again, I hope that, and I see that people are a little bit of changing. Like Illusions are bringing RG, bring Patrice Baumel as well, like a big name, and that's what you say, you know, the second artist, it's you know.
And it should be like that.
Yes, definitely.
All right, just
Yeah,
don't
sorry.
forget
5
to
minutes.
mention-
Thought.
No,
Okay.
it's okay.
It's a
okay.
podcast.
I would have my 5 minutes, so don't worry. So, Movement Recordings is an independent electronic music label originally from Thessaloniki, Greece, part of Movement MMM Ltd, based in Cyprus, founded in 2008. Since then, more than 200 digital and physical releases came out. So, electronica, deep, organic house, progressive house, to melodic techno shaped by the likes of Hernan Cataneo, Jeremy Ismail, Peter Dundov, Guy Mansour, Dinox, Tone Depth, Dausk, and so many other artists out there. I think you liked my picks.
I like it. I like it really.
I'm glad.
Great job, Nina.
So we're switching to indie dance.
Not in the dance. Sorry. That's my track. Oh, sorry.
A good joke.
No, I think you have only one more. Yeah, sorry. It's my turn. It's indie dance. So over here we have Hell Slot and the track called Let's Pretend. Yeah.
Let's
we
go
are
to 80s.
from the future to the 80s.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, sorry guys. I was so in the previous story that I forgot that my next pick, top 5 pick from the indie dance. It's my turn. So over here I have a Hell Slot track name Let's Pretend, and released on Get Physical Music. And I really like these 80 vibes, full synths, bass lines. But I need to be honest, there was hard picks. Seriously.
Really?
Because indie dance has their own diversity as well. So again, I was searching for the track that I can play. You know, I didn't want to go too much far in the indie dance, not to be like one track is like that, one track is like that. There is even breakbeat stuff, drum and bass stuff, and it's called indie dance. It doesn't matter, you know. So I again searched for the tracks that I like to play in that kind of the manner. So Dutch bass producer Thomas Helsot, futuristic sound, as we say, we can see and hear. With a touch of progressive and techno. Of course, not regarding this track, but in his music style. So career, he worked with Tin Liquor. Yeah, you know that guy, huh?
Of course.
Do you know the guy Armin van Buuren? You know that guy? Yeah.
Who that guy?
Yeah, who's that guy? Yeah, they're Dutch, something like Joachim Pastor. I don't know.
Nah.
Yeah. So. Quite accomplishment.
Definitely.
Releasing on Armada, This Never Happened, and Circus. But I really like this track.
So they're also releasing for Armada this kind of style.
I don't know,
Indie dance.
but this guy was releasing on
He
Armada.
was releasing, yeah.
Maybe this is maybe in his new way of this year. I don't know. You never know in which way artist is going. So I like this.
Let's pretend this night will never
But it's classical progression shorts of the back hold, I really think it's very hard to produce this kind of things.
This is what I wanted to ask you because I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's hard because I tried and it's hard for me, so I think it's hard. Yeah, or you can feel that or you don't, you know?
Well, I guess every genre it's a story for itself, you know.
Definitely.
Maybe something is easier for you, but for someone
But I think
else.
for this genre you need to be good on keyboards. You know? Like you need to have some melodies already in your hands, you know. Not just typing, you know, changing in the
Well, in this track for sure.
Yeah. But you will hear it.
Let's
like, in
hear
every
the
track.
others.
Oh, this is more acid.
This is, I hear it. And I like
But
it.
still indie, you will hear it.
And speaking of the selection in the previous episode where you played indie dance, this is completely different.
Yeah.
And this is
I
why
want to
I
show
like
you
it.
that there is so much diversity in the indie.
Yeah.
You know,
Good. Thank you for
this
that.
is more for a peak time indie dance. Yeah. So the track is Vednim, track name Older, released on X Underground. Vednim is coming from the Moscow, Russia. Great producer, and I found almost nothing about him.
Okay.
Like nothing. Classical, because you know the Russians have a problem with the Facebook and the stuff and everything, you know. So there was really low information regarding him, and on Beatport as well, only picture, and only tracks released for the X Underground sister labels. So I cannot name it, but everything is X something, you know. So really good track, really good production by the guy, but at the end I think that there is just a need to, how to say, get in peace with that there is just some artists that they just do music, they just produce music, they are not interested in a
Promoting
big career,
or-
doing some big stuff, you know. They just like to put some music on Beatport.
Yeah.
Who knows what they are doing in the full-time jobs, you know. It's like, hey, I like to do this as a hobby and I don't expect too much, you know. Nobody have the same goals.
Yeah,
Right,
for sure.
probably.
I know a couple of guys like that, and it's really hard for me to understand that.
But still,
Again.
like, maybe because I'm coming that I want that and that from the music, you know. And some people are maybe already getting that, just making it, not DJing, not organizing parties, not doing some, I don't know, you know, shows. They just like to produce.
Yeah. I get it part. Right. Full support.
So again, sometimes I'm even confused why this track is in indie dance.
Good question.
But I think that also is matter what genre it's right now in the hype. You know, if you put your tracks a little bit in indie dance, and if I'm usually melodic progressive DJ, I will go to that indie and took it. You know, so sometimes those alternative genres are in hype. So when you play one or two track in your set, it's different vibe. Put your set in a different mood when you're playing. But if he put this track in melodic techno, maybe it's gonna be not in the picks.
That's
So
true.
it's a good strategic as well.
You need to be a strategist as well.
Yes, at the end.
No,
yes.
seriously, yeah.
Yeah. And this strategy is actually
A good one.
it's going good for him.
Yeah. What is the label?
Sorry?
What is the label? Name of the label?
X Underground.
Excellent.
But like there is too much of X.
Okay,
It's
I
underground
got it.
and
I got
it's
it.
X music and it's, I don't know.
Okay, I'm taking back my words from last show when we played indie dance. So this is not too calm.
Yeah. Because of your genre, progressive, and the next genre that I like, your pick. I needed to a little bit go in the faster BPM, you know.
No, it's not about that. It is because I like it more faster.
Yeah, it's different vibes. This is more like DJ friendly, more DJ friendly indie dance. So over here, I have space food. You have the future. We have the wormhole, and now we have the space food.
All right, bring it on.
Today we are everything in space, so everything is connected. High frequency, right?
Yeah.
So, track name Cycle Twice, or original mix, released on the Midnight Riders, and these guys are coming from the Russia as well. This duo is coming from St. Petersburg, and I'm following them for almost 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know how much, but they're really good. And different vibes from Afro to indie to melodic to progressive. They are really adaptable.
Wow.
Yeah, their style is really adaptable. Over here you can see classical indie. Like a disco vibe. Quite good. So as I mentioned, I'm following them a lot, and I have several of their tracks, and I'm playing almost every time something new from them. And they're releasing music on Outer Limits, as you mentioned, Staying Color label. Humidas from Marvin Miran and Hrach, and constantly on Beatport top charts. I really like their progress in the career and their music, and I think they're DJing as well. I didn't see much that on their Instagram, but I hope so that they will accomplish that as well, you know. Yeah.
Are there many producers from Russia that
Actually, yes.
are doing this kind of?
This kind?
Yeah.
Russia is big, you know. And,
All right, true.
Yes, and I think that they have a lot of diversity in the music, you know, from organic to the techno or minimal or deep house or indie dance or Afro house, you know. And I think that quite great producers, musicians, and something like that. You know, it's in their blood, you know.
Right?
And I think that they know how to adapt to the label where they are releasing.
Oh, this is really important.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if they get request from the label, yeah, we want you, so they go to the and then make the music like that.
Oh, wait.
So tricky.
Yeah. I like this one.
fourth track, we have one interesting artist, really interesting one, because his style is quite unique. And what I found about this artist, every track is so good. But again, it's very hard to put his track in the music sets.
Okay.
So, where I see the problem over here, the music is so good and so different from the all other tracks, how to say, you know, and it's very hard to adopt some that kind of tracks to the set, you know. Like you can see over here, some classical, you know.
Okay.
The groove is so good. And I will tell you why the groove is so good.
But if
And thanks for this search, I was connecting some dots. You know, who is who is
exactly,
what.
this is what
Where
you're doing every
some
time.
things are coming from and what I'm hearing, you know.
Even I am doing that.
Even vocals, even the groove, even you know the style.
But on the first listening, I would not say this is indie dance, to be honest.
Only because of the synths and the bass line, something like that, you know. And he released in the indie dance. That's it.
Okay, but let's
Yes,
hear
of
the
course.
full track.
See, this that's kind of indie dance, you know, like more disco vibes. These snares, like, you know, that's how you can say, oh, it's indie dance. It's only because of few samples, few things in the tracks, you know. So, Damon G, Revolte, track released on Dust and Blood. Now coming the interesting part. Okay, the artist coming from it's a French-based artist, DJ producer, with very unique, like I said, indie dance style, and his mentor was Oliver Giacomotto. Did you heard about him?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
All right.
And when I read this, I was like, yes, this is exactly like Oliver's sounds that you can see that he somehow how to say
Emerged.
yes, him to another.
Yeah.
That's what we are talking, like how he goodly transparent his knowledge to some other artists, you know.
Transferred, yeah.
Am I saying right? I know sometimes.
It's okay, it's okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Let's listen to this break and I will come back to this guy. Yeah, and he calls this style disco dark. Dark disco.
Nice.
There is one track, call it Power to the People. Power to the People. I think Dennis Horvath played that track, or the Adana Twins, somebody like that, you know. It's when Adana Twins comes with track My Computer, you know.
Yeah.
This My Computer.
Of course I
and
know.
this was perfect track for mixing those two. And I was mixing that like every gig. And my friend might tell me, "Come, bro, you're boring now," you know, like stop it, you know. So that remix was Power to the People. That was remix from Damon G.
Nice.
And yeah, I know, but I still like that track, you know. I wanted to everybody know that track. You know? So he's now the owner of the Critical Monday imprint label, headlining worldwide and releasing his music on Electrics, Celador, Syncopat, all those big labels, you know. So I really like his style and everything, so I hope you like too. So go search a little bit about him, a very interesting artist.
I know I will do for sure.
And the next one is seriously one strange track, but I really like it. It's not indie, it's not nothing, but it was in indie and I needed to download it. Maybe you will recognize the vocals. That was a catchy phrase for me.
Wow.
Do you remember the vocals?
Actually, no. But I like this.
I was searching my music today, and my girlfriend was next to me, and she was like, "Oh, I know this track, this vocals." Wow. So I don't know why this track is in indie dance. I don't know how to call this genre. But again,
Well,
there is some kind of the samples and sounds that can indicate to the indie dance, right?
Yeah.
Again, the bass line, the snare.
But he has a lot of techno influence over here.
Definitely. And the vocal is so compressed, you know,
Yeah.
like, so in the face, you know.
Exactly.
But it's so good track, like you can play that track in the middle of the night, you know, but it's 4 in the AM, you know. So good produced.
Nice.
It's like a hammer in the head. I'm definitely gonna play this track, you know, just to surprise somebody in the club, you know, like.
I think this is the thing. If they wanna put a track to a specific label, and maybe original track is not like indie dance, for example, they add something like a flavor of indie dance, so they can, you know, classify it over there as indie dance.
It's a
Again, like a strategy.
definitely can be. Definitely can be. You know, because this track is not tech house, it's not minimal, it's not nothing, you know. Only how you can define it, it's indie dance. It's some kind of indie means like something new, and it's a danceable track, you know, indie dance.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. But interesting for sure.
So good track. So good track. I'm happy to find it. So, Alve and Adrian Blue Pair, track called Perdido, but the remix is the masterpiece. So, again, me and Spanish names.
Cabizbajo.
Cabizbajo. Yes, Cabizbajo remix. Released on Physica. Interesting tracks remix, like I mentioned, a cappella Perdido, and the artist coming from Mexico, Roberto Escobosa. Yes, and he's a guitar and drum player, and a resident of the Rotate and the legendary Bar Americas. It's a very popular club, and I know that club as well. I'm following those guys on Instagram. They're
You understand the lyrics? Damn, boy.
so attractive track. Like I can imagine that like 10 people will take the Shazam. Right? Like what's that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the hook. That's the hook.
One of those tracks that you play as a surprise.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Nice.
So good job over there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my top 5 from indie dance.
A good pick.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are arguing for 2 hours.
No.
What's next genre gonna be? And Nina, this summer.
Oh, admit it, you like
In
this.
your cities, we know what you did last summer.
Oh, wow.
Ed, this is how it's gonna sound. So we are mixing electro, dance, pop.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be mistaking a lot. I hope so. I joke.
You're not. It's actually dance electro-pop.
what's the problem with these tracks? These tracks are only have
don't
like
see the problems,
30
you see the
seconds,
problems.
30 seconds of the intro, and that's it. Straight to the vocal, like a bam vocal. It's like nobody cares about DJs and mixing and not like vocal. Sing, bro.
Okay, admit it, you have everything against commercial kind of music.
No, I played commercial before, you know, and that it's not a problem, you know. But right now nobody's like bothering me.
Maybe you're familiar with this sound.
I like your picks.
Thank you. But it's not, most of those tracks are actually not typical dance electro-pop. This is why I chose them.
I want to say something about that.
Yep.
That when you told me like I want to mix, you know, and I was like skeptic, but then I go to the beatport top and I find quite bit diverse.
Did you or you just believed me?
I didn't believe it. I needed to go by myself
Damn.
to check it out. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't believe you.
All right.
But
All right.
again, I think this genre is a strategic one.
Oh, completely.
Yep.
Completely agree on that.
And it's only for the top mainstream artists and labels.
Yeah.
And they wanted to separate them. It doesn't matter what music they do. If you release that,
Yeah,
you know you need to be a hit.
You will find
Hit
a
maker.
lot of artists over there that are not specified, you know, to be in this genre.
Definitely.
But they're doing it from time to time.
Definitely. And I think
For a
it's only
reason.
because it's strategic.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
they're putting probably a lot of money in that genre.
Or something else, we will talk about this. All right, thank you. So, as I said, maybe you're familiar with this sound. Why I'm saying this? Because this is, let's call it a typical vintage culture sound.
Yep.
You all know who Vintage Culture is. Actually, it's not one of the, it's the most streamed artist in 2021. He is a Brazilian. He has more than 1.5 billion streams online. He gathers 8 million across the social media platforms and currently ranks at number 17 in DJ Mag's top 100 DJs of 2021. Lucas Ruiz is his name. He has graced the cover of Rolling Stone Brazilian edition, was nominated as one of the most influential 30 under 30 industry leaders by Forbes, and premiered his very first Essential Mix for Pete Tong Radio 1.
Yeah.
He collaborated with Tiesto, David Guetta, Medusa and Robin Schulz, going platinum on multiple releases, as well as topping the Billboard Hot Dance and Spotify Dance charts. Just recently, he did the longest set in his life, 24 hours set. Can you imagine doing that?
Yeah, I can imagine, but I cannot imagine what kind of the music he played. I can imagine listening organic house or I don't know, some kind of progressive house 24 hours.
You know, maybe it's not a problem playing over there like for 24 hours, but you know, holding the crowd active for 24 hours, it's...
He did that live or?
Yeah.
I think the longest recorded live set was Marco Carola or Capriati on Sunwave. It was like 27 or 32 hours.
No, there was definitely a lot of artists doing this, but I just said this because
Can you
he
imagine
did.
just standing 24 hours?
And you know what's funny? What was funny? He did that a day before playing for Circle event in Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah, and literally he came after that gig to a Circle event.
Oh.
So he played, I don't
Why?
know, 30 hours or something like that.
Why? Why did you do that to yourself?
Nah, he explained this in his interview. He didn't have a huge problem regarding that. He just planned it pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Can you be skipped?
Important way.
Sorry.
Important to mention.
Because there are short songs, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
the loop. Important to mention, Lucas has used his platform as an artist to raise over 100,000 via his COVID-19 relief project in Brazil. As far as I know, he's a very humble guy. Speaking of this track, I forgot to mention this. This track is actually by Vintage Culture and Good Boys. So Good Boys, a Grammy Award nominated and global chart topping artist, writer, producer duo. Their sound blends the dark energy of dance music with the poppier, melodic, user-friendly euphoria more commonly heard on the radio, as most of those tracks actually are. Their debut release, A Piece of Your Heart with Medusa, has now seen over 2 billion streams globally. Their music has followed globally with multi-diamond, platinum and gold certification.
That's why this genre exists.
Exactly.
You know, this genre is only for those artists. You know.
And I was actually doing my researches regarding those diamond, platinum and gold certifications. I didn't
Diamond
know.
is something new because of the streams, right?
Diamond is actually how many copies were sold. Actually, all of those things are regarding that. So the diamond certification gets a person who artist who sells more than 10 million copies. Crazy, right?
But I think it's different. The copy, what it means.
Yeah.
You know, the copy means like, oh, I downloaded on Apple Music for 99 cents. You know, it's not the same when you needed to buy the whole copy of the vinyl, the full album, right? So I think the measuring this stuff are not quite fair.
Well, I'm not sure how it actually works, but
Yeah, because just can you imagine making at least 4 tracks or the album on the vinyl or the CD, you know, to copy that, to manufacture that and everything, then you need to sell it.
yeah.
It was totally different than some guy go to the and click it. 2 licks, card is already on the fingertip. You know, like, hey, I buy it. You know,
It's not like it used to be.
definitely no. So again, it's a quite accomplishment. There is a lot of people right now more on the internet than in the back days when you have only one radio station and probably you will never have a chance to buy that vinyl. Maybe you know that track or Ray Charles or something, but where you can buy it in the, I don't know, in China.
That's true.
Right now you can just
now everything
with
is
access on the
more.
internet you can just buy it. you
Yeah.
know.
That's
I think it's totally
that's
different,
true.
you know.
It is. But again, the numbers are
I
crazy.
think that they need to somehow lower that, like, oh, it's a platinum. No, it's not a platinum. They just download it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think so. But I guess it works.
Maybe
this
you
way, I
said
don't know.
like it's a platinum album. Maybe you need to sell 10 tracks, you know.
That would be more
You know,
understandable.
like
Yeah.
not just one single, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, just to mention label Insomniac Records. This label is launched in 2014. This label actually aimed to attract both undiscovered and established producers. They say, fueled by self-expression and the spirit of discovery, we respond to a calling to connect and form something bigger than ourselves. We strive to create safe and magical spaces fueled by relentless positivity. It started with a beat and continues with you. Let's keep dancing. This is what is actually written on their website. So I mean, I love those fairy tale stories over there.
And they're selling those stories, you know.
Yeah, actually.
And you cannot release that for that label if you're not, you know. So why are you selling me this story, you know, for Tomorrowland?
Well, Afterlife has also like a story, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
But again, I like it. Okay, you can move to the next one. I think it's time.
Thank you.
You all know Florence and the Machine. But this is remixed by Medusa. And the track name, My Love. So, I'm just gonna remind you, Florence and the Machine is an English indie rock band that formed in London in 2007, consisting of vocalist Florence Welsh, keyboardist Isabella Summers, guitarist Rob Ackroyd, harpist Tom Monger, and a collaboration of other musicians. The band's music received praise across the media, especially from the BBC, which played a large part in their rise to prominence by promoting Florence and the Machine as part of BBC Introducing. The band's music is renowned for its dramatic, eccentric production and very powerful vocals, and it is described as a combination of various genres, including rock and soul. Florence and the Machine have been nominated for 6 Grammy Awards, including Best New Artist and Best Pop Vocal Album. Additionally, the band performed in the 2010 MTV Video Music Awards and 2010 Nobel Peace Prize concert.
I had the song in my head, but
Florence and the Machine?
yeah, it's something I love. But I love the track. I'll try. I'm trying to remember.
Recognizable voice by
Yeah, recognizable.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Florence and the Machine. But amazing remix by
Yeah,
Medusa.
Medusa was playing on Exit Festival last year, and I was quite surprised how good it was, because his previous tracks and stuff that
It's a
he
music
put-
group. It's not a person.
yeah. So when you hear Medusa, it's that, and when he was on Dance Arena, it was totally different, and I like that. Like on this Dance Arena, he did that some kind of original mashups that he produced his own tracks in melodic techno way, but with the vocals that everybody knows from their tracks, that was quite good, like the track like was tra-la-la, but on Dance Arena was proper melodic techno,
And they were playing in the main stage, right?
no, on the
Seriously?
Dance Arena. That's why I'm telling you. It was Space
You
Motion,
mentioned
but who else? I don't know.
Yeah, that day.
It's the same. Maybe I'm
No,
wrong,
it's not that day.
but I think it was. He was like from midnight or 1 o'clock after midnight.
I wasn't there, that's weird.
Yeah, he played proper good one.
Phew, alright.
I think it was maybe.
Missed
I
it
don't know.
somehow.
Maybe Sunday. I think it was Space Motion. I don't know.
So tell me where to put my love. Do I wait for time to do what
Yeah, this
it
one is
does?
Arabic.
I don't know where to put my
So actually Medusa is Italian production electronic music group by Luca, Matti and Simone.
This is quite new.
If you did not know.
A little bit of trance.
So this trio has spent the last 2 years leading the charge in returning house music to daytime radio and succeeding in it. As mentioned with the previous track, their Piece of Heart track with Good Boys attracted more than 2 billion streams around the world. They're making the biggest impact on the scene with their amazing remixes for the likes of MK, R+, Dermot Kennedy, Ritual, John Legend, and seminal Chris Menace and Lifelike house track, Discopolis.
Excuse the menace. Yeah. That's good. I remember that.
Did you hear
When
that?
I was young.
Did you hear that remix?
I know remix, but I remember the
Of
original.
course, the original
yeah.
you know, but the remix is amazing. So they placed their signature over there and energy, but also the raw ability to create a standout release whenever called upon. So Polydor Records is a German-British record label that operates as part of Universal Music Group. So Polydor Records was established in London in 1954 as a British subsidiary of the German company Deutsche Grammophon. It was renamed Polydor LT in 1972. So notable current and past artists signed to this label include ABBA, Cream, The Moody Blues, The Who, Ringo Starr, Bee Gees, The Jam, Take That, Shadows, James Brown, Level 42, Ellie Goulding, James Last, Eric Clapton, Mary Osmond, and so on and so on.
But I feel no freedom, freedom. Show you what it means to be human, be human, be human.
Third track.
Breathe.
I know you like this one.
And we are on 131.
Oh, we're getting up.
Quite fast remix.
Yeah. So, Human, the name of the track, featuring Echoes by one and only John Summit. But this is remixed by Hibel.
Stay calm for a little. Breathe. Define me. Let's meet in the middle. Breathe. Run your hands
Actually, I just
down me.
realized I made a mistake. John Summit is the best-selling artist of 2021. Vintage Culture has been over there in top 5 tracks, best-selling tracks of.
It was a long time ago. 4 months ago.
Sorry. So John Summit is Chicago boy. He became the hottest name in the dance music worldwide. So his feel-good floor fillers take the pumping grooves of his hometown's classic house music and a healthy dose of melody, and top it all off with 2020's studio polish. He has 5 million monthly Spotify listeners. In 2022, he has set to tour across the globe. He also played at Coachella, Lollapalooza. He will play
I
Tomorrowland.
think we are mentioning him in every episode.
Nah, no, not in every, but yeah, often. Tomorrowland, Bonnaroo, Parklife, and more. In March, he launched his own label, event brand of The Grid. And he's releasing like crazy, as we talked about this before, I mean, in the yearly wrap-up. And he's also releasing dance, electro-pop, and tech house mostly. And speaking of the vocal, I have no idea who this girl is. I couldn't find
Echoes.
anything about her. Echoes, yeah, it's her name she uses. But there is nothing on the internet, which is pretty weird.
So, Nina exceeded and successfully made dance electro back to the trends.
No, wait.
Classic trends for me.
No. Wait, let me finish. So this track is actually remixed by Hibel. Aaron Hibel, a producer from the UK, DJ producer from UK, he's been making quite a name for himself in 2021. After finding the allure of making beats more compelling than another semester of university, he decided to drop out and focus on music full time. His unique sound took the world by storm, first gaining popularity on TikTok, where he reached a massive global audience. With over 100 million views on his edit of Talking to the Moon, Aaron followed up in September 2021 with his debut release on SoundCloud.
Viral stuff can do to your life.
Exactly, exactly.
Just to be in the perfect moment in the perfect place. That's
Oh,
it.
that's really important, yeah.
That's the hardest thing.
And
but
the
it's really
hardest,
important.
yes, and you can make a blast over there. So a track that gained 50,000 streams on the first week. Hibel's talent as a producer in pop and hip-hop has only set his own sound apart, which has been compared to the likes of Hans Zimmer and Rufus the Soul. This is why I like this track, and this is what I heard in this track. This crazy movie production music. And also all the others tracks that he produced that I found on his SoundCloud. I did my researches, and those tracks are all mind-blowing. Yeah, no, I like this one. And yeah, that's my no vocal part. That vocal part is actually...
Yeah, it's a good track.
Yeah, and the label, Full Frequency Range Recordings. I like the name of this track. It's a dance music label previously run and founded by English DJ Pete Tong. Originally the dance music label of London Records, FFRR is currently a sub-label of Parlophone, a division of Warner Music Group. The label name references the recording technique, full frequency range recordings, developed by Sir Edward Louis Decca Records. This is typical dance electro-pop track.
I need to slow it a little bit.
Right, because of the last one.
The original, yeah, because of the last one, sorry. You see how it's hard to mix this because everything is happening in 30 seconds, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
There is no room for changing stuff.
This Feeling, featuring Alex Robson, by Post. Alex Robson, I'm going to start with her. She's a UK singer, songwriter, producer, and entrepreneur. Says she was knocking down many doors, sleeping on cold floors of recording studios, and teaching herself to play piano and guitar. But hard work is only part of the story. Alex also has an incredible knack for writing heartfelt songs and catchy tunes, and knows how to lay down a powerful vocal. Her many ups and downs inspired her to run her own studio facilities as well as an artist development program where she helps upcoming talents develop their craft and make sure they don't have to experience the same obstacles. That's amazing. Her career is blooming as she works with pop artists such as Sam Smith, Pixie Lott and Ollie Mars, and scores radio hits with international DJs. So, the producer, the creator of this track is Forst. Forst grew up surrounded by building EDM scene, which prompted his passion for production. After being given the means to create his own music, he found his calling and began creating tracks from various house genres at the age of 14.
Yeah, pianos, the groove, riders, vocals. Easy. It's a hit.
It is cheesy. all right.
Come on, make a bitch. Go. Put your fucking hands up. Oh, boom party. Been there, done that.
However, over the years, Forst's production became more intricate and his taste began to narrow, leading to his first official release in 2018. Early 2020 marks the beginning of a new musical chapter for this Dutch artist. His unique sound design, complex compositions, high production quality, and relentless work ethic have put him on the radar and led to features on radio shows of some of the music industry's biggest artists. Faust is one of the most promising up-and-coming artists. Even if I'm not a huge fan of this sound, I definitely can hear some amazing skills in his production. So good luck, dear Faust. And of course, just to name it, Spinning Records is the label.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's don't get me wrong. It's very hard to do this kind of music, to find the vocals, to find this and that, to end up on the Spinning Deep, Spinning Records. It's quite an accomplishment. So I know that it's not easier or harder to do that. You know, like every genre has their pros and cons, right?
Yep.
So maybe I'm joking a little bit because this kind of music reminds me for my younger days, you know, when I was screaming on Zakynthos in Greece, you know, like singing songs, you know. But it's not easy, you know, and those labels are top major labels, and I know I was dreaming about them 15 years ago, like, oh, I want to be there, you know. So I didn't make it, so I'm now joking about that. And it's my fault.
All right. But you cannot say it's bad, you know. Even, I mean, as I said, I'm not a huge fan of this song,
Yeah,
to be
you
honest.
can be just fan or no, that's it,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
But
it's a good production, you know. It's a good
yeah,
track. It's quality.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. That's it. You need to have something for that, you know. It's and every genre has their specific, you know, sounds and everything to adapt, to adjust your sound to everything, you know. So it's quite crazy that in what they can do in three minutes. Right? To put the vocal, to put the main melody, to put an intro and outro, and still keep it quite interesting, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's different, maybe, you know, like in trance or in progressive, and you have 8 minutes to do something with the crowd.
You literally need to make a hit from this kind
And
of
that's
music.
that's the major
Because-
pressure over here.
Yeah.
Making hits.
Yeah,
all
because
the time.
it is for the radio stations. Yeah. And the main stage
Yeah.
at the big festivals. All right. And the last one.
Nina is so happy.
But I'm gonna explain why. Come Around Again, track by Armin van Buuren, Bill and Ted, and JC Stewart. Bill and Ted, he's a British record production and songwriter duo. Actually, this is Bill and Ted, duo based in London, consisting of Tom Hollings and Sam.
It's only Armin.
They were part of the death metal band before they transitioned to dance and pop music in the last few years. Since the release of their first record, Satisfied, in November 2020, they have received a Brit nomination and topped the chart with the viral hit Wellerman's Remix. New collaborations came after, and new ideas, a wide range of experience, and unlimited creativity are now how they intend to take the UK music scene by storm. Again, typical dance electro-pop track.
Yeah.
JC Stewart, singer, Irish singer, songwriter who can make an emotional connection and is quickly winning the hearts of fans and influential supporters alike as he approaches more than 3.5 million monthly listeners on Spotify. During the lockdown, JC filmed his funny quarantine-themed take on the Friends theme song "I'll Be There For You," which exploded after Jennifer Aniston shared it on Instagram. Suddenly, it was featured on Good Morning America. Professional sad boy is what you will see on his Spotify. That was something his sister said. But this sad boy knows how to make a perfect song with perfect lyrics. I have to tell you that. I did my research and I kindly advise you to do the same. So I love this voice.
I call this genre YouTube deep house. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned this in one of the episodes.
Some pitched vocals.
But again, the vocal is super amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Super talented guy.
Nice colors.
And we're
vocals.
coming to the most interesting part. Armin van Buuren. When I chose this track, and I realized, of course, I need to talk about this track and all the people involved in this track, I was like, do I need to talk about Armin van Buuren? I mean, like, everyone knows about Armin van Buuren. And I was like, or I am gonna start talking, or I'm not gonna say anything. So I was like, no, I'm gonna start talking. So just a couple of facts for the ones who don't know, but I guess you all do. He is one of the biggest DJs and producers in the world for more than 20 years. He was 5 times awarded as Best DJ on DJ Mag's Top 100 list. He is a Grammy-nominated DJ, which is not often to happen in electronic music. He is hosting a State of Trance radio show alongside Ruben de Ronde, which is broadcasted weekly from his own radio studio in the Armada Music headquarters in Amsterdam to over 44 million listeners in more than 80 countries. Online via plenty of radio stations and video live streams on YouTube, Facebook and Twitch. A State of Trance has grown from a small radio show into a complete dance music brand with stages and events across the globe. Actually, the milestone number of 1,000 episodes was supposed to actually happen in January, 2021, but the celebration event was supposed to happen in February, but because of the COVID situation, it was postponed a couple of times. So now we're gonna have it, I hope, in 2023, in February. I'm talking about the main event that is happening in Utrecht, one of actually the biggest event. Speaking of a State of Trance celebration, he does this every year when 500 episodes are recorded. Unfortunately, as I said, that event still did not happen, which is pretty sad because it was supposed to be super massive. Speaking of the number of episodes he recorded, and he started with these recordings in 2001. So every week, imagine that, doing a radio show every week since 2001.
And it's live in front of the cameras, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like, yeah, I mixed it, you know?
Yeah, something like that. Also, what is important to mention, he is the co-founder of Armada Music, alongside Michael Piron and David Lewis, the biggest independent dance music label in the world. So headquarters is in Amsterdam, New York City and London. It is acclaimed internationally for releasing music across the electronic music spectrum, the 6th time winner of the Best Global Record Label at the International Dance Music Awards in Miami. Of course, Armin is playing all around the world at the biggest festivals out there because he is one of the best still. And I think last year he was voted as number 3 best DJ. Again, he's always on the top over there. As I said, he was 5 times the best DJ, 4 times in a row. So let's talk a little bit about Armin. Why Armin? Why I like this guy? Is he the best DJ and producer? I don't think so. With all due respect, there are plenty of great artists out there. But hear me out. Why I like him and why I think he's the best and most influential person in the industry. Because first of all, I admire his passion. His passion for people, for music, for the music scene. His perfectionism, his control freak moments, because I am that kind of person, I guess. His efforts that he makes every day to connect people in the industry, to raise the awareness about the music and the artists, the newcomers and the most established ones as well. Of course, I am talking mostly about trance music over here, but also progressive, all kinds of progressive, because he likes to say in his shows that he's playing trance and progressive. This is what we were talking in the last show. Saying something is progressive. This is because he's playing a lot of different progressive tracks over there, not only progressive house. So yes, of course, he has a huge team besides him, not behind him, besides him. But organizing a good team is definitely not easy.
Yes.
And this is why trance music is accepted more than ever everywhere around the world right now. So if you ask me, if there was no Armin van Buuren, there would be no trance, at least not like this. There will be no amazing artists, that many
With he helping,
showing
promoting,
exactly their potentials and skills to the world and playing at the biggest festivals. There will be actually no unique trance stages at those big festivals. So I can say that he's a leader. Yes, he's a workaholic for sure, but he's a down-to-earth, a humble person, a kind person. And this is, I think, these are all the reasons why I like this guy. And okay, yes, he does this commercial kind of music from time to time. And people usually connect this with the money. I would never say that. I was thinking like this 5+ years ago. And then I realized I started understanding music scene and the business over there a lot more. Because why would he need a lot more money? He has a lot of money, and his record label is earning a lot of money for sure.
Now I will tell you why.
Oh, let me hear
Okay.
it.
It's not money about him. Like as you said, yes, you mentioned, there is a lot of people working with him, around him, behind him, in front of him. PR that's in front of him. Manager is behind him.
Yeah.
Tour guy, this guy, the television. So a lot of people are depending of that Armin van Buuren
That's
brand.
true. All right.
That's it. If in one moment he wakes up, and says, okay, today I'm gonna produce only trance house like I was in back in days, a lot of people will lose their jobs. So what I'm thinking that when he wakes up in the morning and say, I need to be a leader, somebody will say, Armin is because he make this kind of tracks. But he make that because all those people behind him.
He knows why he
Yeah.
does it.
So in that manner, I want to say that he's a very accomplished artist, and he knows the value of the for his team. And I think that he's not selfish or egocentric, because you can see that in the state of the trance and everything, that what you mentioned, he's doing that every week. He's there. I know a lot of artists, and like they're not physically there. There's just it's a bubble around the brand. But what I see regarding about him is that he's there. So yeah, I will do that. It's the same. I don't care who say about my music and stuff, but I'm putting a lot of food on the table.
That's true. But I'm gonna just correct you a bit. Speaking of that, as you said, I mean, a record label that he runs earns a lot of money, because a lot of those producers out there that make this kind of music more than him, for sure. But how do I see actually this and him? He likes to experiment, first of all, and he talked about this. And he has this problem where he wants to satisfy every person on the planet. He's really like...
That's crazy.
No, he's totally crazy speaking of that, which is of course impossible, And he talked about this in his documentary, I think 9 years ago, and where he said at some point, and this is really important part, I'm spending 90% of my time with the people who in 10 years won't remember me.
Yeah.
They will be cheering someone else.
Yeah.
And this is why it is really important that we pay attention to the closest one to us, to our family, the closest friends, our partners, and so on and so on, because this is the only thing that is true and honest in this story, whatever you're doing.
I can agree. but I think it's. I never been there or tried that, but I think not even one person can imagine the things that he's dealing on the daily level.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You should watch
So,
that documentary.
So I heard about one quote from a few days ago. I was talking with my friend and he said, "Oh, he has the money. He doesn't have a stress." Okay, not regarding this, but then the guy answered, "Yeah, I don't have the stress. I'm living good and I have the money and everything, but I have 1,000 stress, 1,000 problems because I have 1,000 employees. So if just one and every of them comes with a problem, I have 1,000 problems. I'm living with that. I don't have the problem because I accomplished but I have their problems. So I think it's very hard to wake up with all this pressure on your shoulders. You know, what if somebody happened to me? What if maybe you will be forgotten? Maybe of course you cannot wake up with that stress all the time, but it's very hard to imagine and to feel in the skin of those people, you know.
That's a good point. I think when he mentioned that he wants to satisfy everyone over there, I think
Yeah.
he didn't mean only speaking of his fans,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people who depend.
Yes.
That's
He
just
will be there for them.
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Just need him there in their life. Okay, so why I don't have anything against commercial kind of music nowadays? If you asked me this 5+ years ago, I would definitely say something completely different. But then I, of course, got into this more deeply and started understanding how this industry actually works and all the artists out there. So making a track commercial doesn't mean it is bad. Making a genre more commercial doesn't mean it is bad. If you're keeping the origins, like Armin van Buuren does, and if you're playing real trance mostly, and if you're choosing where you're gonna play exact style, subgenre or genre, that means you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. This is how I see it. So the commercial track just means you will gain more followers, for sure, potentially more fans, because there is a difference between fans and followers, just to make this clear. So those fans that could be introduced easier to what you really want to show and play. You know, simple as that. This is what also happened with Psytrance, and this is what I talked with Zeiss in one of my shows.
That's right now happening in melodic techno as well.
Yeah. You're just making it
In
more
techno
commercial.
as well. In one moment, it was too mainstream, you know.
Yeah.
More commercial.
I mean, this is the way you can make it closer to the crowd.
Yeah.
Just
to the
if you
more
make them
percentage of
more
the crowd.
interested in that
Yeah, yeah.
music, you can after that do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but then new genres are creating, and
Yeah.
new artists are creating. Then new producers are searching for some new sounds, and because of that, other things are evolving. You know, so. If there was no trance, there is no techno. If there is no techno, there is not going to be progressive. If there is no progressive, there is not going to be deep house. If there is no deep house, there is going to be organic. Right? So organic started as a trance.
No.
no, but you see how
No, I
now
understand, I
some people are having their money growing on the trees of organic because somebody wanted to step out from the, let's say, trance. I don't want to do that. I will make a new genre for me.
And a lot of artists actually are doing that.
So when commercial stuff comes in, something new is born for some other people that don't like to be in commercial
true.
way, because it's not easy to be in commercial way. The money, the stress, the traveling, the touring, the management. Somebody just wants to be.
But again, you know,
The music.
this genre, for example, is, I would never say it is commercial. Okay, Armin van Buuren, for example, and a few other artists as well, sometimes make commercial tracks. But, you know, as long as you have other kinds of real trance music over there, I don't see the problems over there. You know?
Okay, yeah. Because always there's gonna be people sort of arguing
Yeah.
and choosing sides.
Always.
So
Yeah.
you cannot
Yeah.
I'm trying not to go in there.
No, I was there, but I
never
left
said,
that place. Thank
Hey,
God.
I like Arbat. Oh, I like I don't know this
Yeah.
guy. I like Telovas. Oh, I like Solomon. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, everyone are commercial, very commercial.
Yeah. That's
Because
true.
if you're, for me, if you're asking a 5-star hotel, then you're kind of the mainstream. If you are asking me to sleep at my house, then you are underground, right?
Literally.
Literally, yeah. So if I'm going somewhere to play, and I say, hey, bro, give me some room, just give me a bed, we're gonna be after parties 40 hours, That's for me underground. That's no, I'm not asking you for a 5-star hotel and 50 euros a meal, So I think it's a different kind of the what's commercial, what's selling, But show business is too big. I think it's too big. So if you want to be, you can be still underground dance electro-pop, maybe.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
There is a problem. There is a catch.
Yeah, but they are choosing to be there because they want to be commercial.
Exactly. Why? Money.
Yeah, that's true.
Streaming stuff. Bam, 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 bam.
That's true.
All those numbers
That's
that
true.
you're reading, somebody can even imagine. You cannot imagine that numbers. But there is so many people on Spotify. There's so many people on YouTube. Like one cat can fall from the, from the ceiling and 1 million views. And I'm making a track 6 months, and like have 200 views, So
Yeah.
some cat is
Well,
more popular than my
It
track.
is your choice again.
Again, it's everything is how you promote it.
Yeah, but I mean, for example, Armin van Buuren, similar artists like that. If you see him playing at a big festival, at main stage, you're gonna hear a lot of different kinds of tracks over there. And this is what I don't like, to be honest, but it's okay, I guess. But if you hear him play, for example, at specific trance event, you're gonna hear trance, only trance.
Yeah.
You know,
If you can manage,
because crowd wants to hear.
If you can
different
manage that,
stuff.
that
Yeah.
people in the crowd they can say, oh, I'm expecting that, then it's a good way.
And again, this is the perfect explanation why he's doing it. At the biggest festivals out there, he plays commercial as well, for sure, but he also plays trance. So he introduced people who doesn't follow his origins, let's call it that way, at those festivals, So okay, I'm gonna close this topic and just with this great sentence. Speaking of his passion. So he said once, and I'm always repeating this, I also have this on my Instagram profile. So it is not love for music, it's a passion, and it goes beyond a liking and beyond a hobby. It is about a way of living. Music is essential for my life. So I think everyone who is in this industry, like seriously in this industry and expecting a lot from it, feels this way.
It's a way of living.
Yeah, way of living.
It's a way.
All right. Okay, wow. What a ride. It was a great job
great
again, Filip, for speaking of your mixing
I'm not
skills.
satisfied that much as in previous one, but
why? Because of
now
the
we
last
did a
one.
little bit more of talking.
The last section. Alright. Okay, but I think it was not that hard like it was the last time.
Yeah, me too. I think
Speaking
as well.
of the mixing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys think? Let us know using social media and the hashtag CBF show. So, of course, subscribe, and I'm gonna repeat this all the time. Of course, also hit the bell button beside it so you could get a notification every time a new episode is published. Also, click on the like button below this video if you like it, and I'm sure you did. Share it wherever you can and leave a comment if you want, if you feel like doing it. So thanks again for watching, and remember, we are all connected by frequency. Until next time, stay safe and have fun. Bye-bye.